You're listening to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the #1 sports talk show on the planet, The Doug Stewart Show.
This is a revolution in radio, the realest, trillest sports talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show. This is sports talk for the people.
The Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Real talk, real radio, real people, just like you.
Yes!
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU.
This is what it is, okay? You know what it is. You have to do the right thing. You have to go home to the family, you understand?
I'm not saying you gotta go back there this minute, but you gotta go back. Please, there's no other way.
Fresh off the Plizzane, you know my name.
You cheating son of a...
Jorge is not my son. That's not my kid, man. Little bastard.
Custom made from head to toe, and I say yes. And they say, Stews, what are you going to say when you get back on radio? And we say...
I'm not saying a damn thing. They're going to kick me off again.
Yeah!
Yo, man, you scared?
I'm never scared.
I'm looking in your eyes, man. It looks like you scared.
No,
Are you
sir.
scared?
No, sir. Never scared.
Hey, man, we back.
Just like that. You know what? I love it when a plan comes together. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but can I do this real quick?
Yes, sir!
Whoa!
think I'm a punk.
To the realest, treeless dudes in radio, the Two Live Stews. We back, baby.
We're back, baby.
We back.
Even though it's a little marginal back, but we're back.
We are back. We are
They
back.
took the brothers from 5 days a week, 3 to 4 hours a day, to 1 day a week and 1 hour. But guess what?
We are back.
My God is able. Period. Point blank.
We are back, man. Welcome to the Two Live Stews. We are back on 640 WGST and ATL. Praise his holy name.
You already know.
And you just heard my brother right there, Ryan Stewart, who has been gone for 3 years, man. And there's so much stuff we got to get into. Everybody and their mama, man, asking about the stews. And we are back once again, 640 WGST and iHeartRadio.
Look, man, let's just get to this real quick.
You got a look on your face that I haven't seen in a long, long time.
There's
man.
so much that I want to do and so much that I want to say, but we don't have a lot of time, so I've got to keep everything brief and simple.
Right.
We're putting together something. We're going to try a lot of different stuff. We're going to figure out what works and what doesn't work, but
Right.
we're going to be us, okay?
Right.
Don't get it twisted. We will be the Two Live Stews. For the past 3 years, man, I have been Mr. Soccer Dad Sports.
And I tell people that all the time, and they think I'm joking,
Soccer
but
Dad
no.
Sports, man.
You've literally been soccer dad, baseball dad, karate kid dad.
I went and bought one of those vehicles that have the third row in the back, so I could haul my kids and their friends around, and everybody have enough room for themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's been great, man. I've really missed this microphone in my face.
Right.
I mean, typically most men don't like oblong objects like this, but
Yeah, this is a family show,
So-
man, and
so
a family station.
I've been Mr. Mom.
Right.
I've been Mr. Mom, man, and I've also been somewhat of a liar.
What do you mean by that?
I thought you wouldn't ask, so that's great.
Right.
My wife comes home after work, and she's like, what did you do all day? I said, I had meetings. I went to so-and-so. I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. When the truth of the matter is,
You've been playing golf.
playing golf and sleeping. Man.
Yeah. I
Playing
know.
golf and
I
sleeping, man.
know.
But guess what? I ain't playing golf no more for all kind of reasons, but we won't get into that right now.
Yeah, if you haven't heard, man, if you're turning on your radio for the first time this week, you haven't been listening to WGST, the Two Live Stews are back on 640 WGST as well as iHeartRadio for the next 17 weeks. And so it's what we do. It's what we did for over 11 years on another station here in the city. As we talk sports, guy talk, have fun. I mean, we're real brothers. We're brothers literally and figuratively.
It's not my fault.
So that works out. All right.
Real quick, shouts out to Bruce Hagan, the people's lawyer, hagan-law.com. If you have a slip and fall, an accident, a fall and fall,
Right.
it's all good. Bruce will cover you, take care of you, and make sure that you get what you deserve. You know what a fall and fall is, sir?
What's a fall and
A
fall?
fall and fall is when you walk into an establishment that has a lot of money, like a top 500 company.
Right.
And you notice that the floors are wet, but they do not have a sign that says wet floors.
So you telling the people that are listening to 640 WGST to scam people.
And you fall.
Right.
A fall and fall is where you fail because you meant to fall because you're trying to get that money.
Right. Well, Bruce Hagan doesn't play that game.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
Check him out at hagan-law.com. Shouts out to you, Bruce. Thank you so much for being the benefactor to the Two Live Stews.
And also a guy to make sure he was covering our backs, man, a good friend of mine, Pete Wellborn. You will know him from Wellborn, Wallace, Woodard, and LLC. Another great lawyer that has teamed up with the Stews to make sure that everything is taken care of the right way. We're going to do it the right way this time.
Yeah, we definitely going to do it the right way this time. You talked about what you've been doing over the last 3 years, man. People kind of know what I've been doing. If you follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, and all that stuff, man, I do the Doug Stewart Show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. All right, so the show is for 2 hours, and it's basically
What's the name of the network again?
it's the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
Get used to hearing that.
Yeah, the platform is on Spreaker.com, but you can just go to thedougstewartshow.com and hear the show. We're coming up on our 1 year anniversary, man, and it's basically the Stews. Except for it's just one stew.
I hate to cut you off.
What?
I hate to cut you
What?
off. So you're coming up on your anniversary.
1 year anniversary,
all
September
the stuff
22nd.
on Facebook and Twitter that I've been seeing, you're doing some kind of huge anniversary weekend?
Yeah, we're doing a big 1 year anniversary weekend here in Atlanta. Get all the details at tdssweekend.eventbrite.com. But the show is going great. Once again, it's the Two Live Stews, but it's just one stew.
Right.
And one stew
Right.
is better than no stew.
All right, let's get to the real, man. The phone number to the show, if you want to be a part of it, is 404-367-WGST. And for those of you who have had the same phone for 15 years and don't have letters on your numbers, it's 404 367-9478 if you want to call in. We're going to be on iHeartRadio, the iHeart app, and you can also check us out on 640WGST.com to stream the show.
Yeah. And if you're new to the Stews, once again, we were on another station here in the city for close to 12 years.
I wish you would stop saying that. I mean, why you keep throwing that in my face?
What do you mean?
That was a bad time for me, man.
What? It was a fantastic time. Almost 12 years?
But how things went down, man. As a matter of fact,
it's all good,
you
though.
can't listen to me anymore, but I just don't even talk about that.
We like that dude. What's his name? Is that Charlie Sheen? And the producer to the Two Live Stews, the Tree of Life. Is it Charlie Sheen that always says winning? Yeah, winning. We're winning.
You got to hit her mic if you're going to stand.
We're winning. Let's see. I think this. Go ahead.
This is what I've been talking about. What did you say, Tree?
There you go.
Winning.
No, that's not our mic. But anyway, man, you're winning. We are winning.
Yeah, we're winning. We're totally
winning. Even in 3 years of absence, man, we are still winning. We're blessed, highly favored. Not only have I been doing the Doug Stewart Show over the past year, which has been fantastic, the first year and a half, man, I did a lot of what you did. Played a lot of golf, did a lot of honey-do list type of stuff. Just dropped my second daughter off to college a couple of weeks ago. I'm waiting for my oldest daughter to graduate, hopefully this year. Praise His holy name.
Why hopefully? I mean, you don't have a date of graduation.
I talk to you about that off the air, man. I mean, it's just some issues,
the
man.
Listeners deserve to hear that too.
So yeah, man, the Stews are fine. We're blessed and highly favored. We haven't missed any meals. We still got roofs over our head, clothes on our backs, man. Thank you so much to all of the love. When we started promoting this week, the news actually came out in the AJC. Shouts out to Rodney Ho, who actually wrote a little story about it.
Hey, that's a good hole. You hear me?
When the news came out earlier this week, man, we got so much love on social media that it was crazy.
Being favorite, speaking of a married guy, he's one of my favorite holes, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so we got a lot of love on social media, man. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all that stuff, man. A lot of people missed us, man. Our names ring out in them streets. Thank you very much. We really do appreciate the love.
Let me tell you something funny, man. Every time for the past 3 years that someone has seen me in the streets, it happens at least 10 to 15 times a day.
Right.
Oh, man, what happened to the show? We look forward to you guys coming back.
When y'all coming back?
Right. And all I would ever say is, hey, man, God knows what he's doing.
Right.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
God knows what he's doing.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Honestly, the first year I was a little, not mad, but just, I didn't understand. I didn't understand.
Right, because it was, we don't want to get into the details.
Right. But after the first year, I settled into my new role, and I was cool with it. I was going to allow
your new role of being a golfer.
Right. I was going to allow the good man to do what he's going to do.
Yeah.
But after Monday's show with you, everybody that has seen me instantly didn't come back to when the show coming back.
Right.
They came to, hey, man, I'll be listening to WGC 640 as soon as y'all get on.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be looking forward to hearing y'all on Saturday.
Yeah.
So instantaneously, one 15-minute segment on your show turned into, hey, man, when y'all coming back? Right. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah.
This is great.
I am definitely looking forward to it as well, man. The number to the show is 404-367-WGST. When we get back from the break, man, our first break. This is our first break.
I don't want to stop talking, man. I'm scared somebody go come in and say, y'all got to go now.
When we get back from the break, man, the story of the week. And this sports and this guy talk and this entertainment and all of that stuff. But what we do around here, man, is we do talk about these sports. And the big story of the week has been Tom Brady, Roger Goodell, Deflategate, all of that stuff. We'll give you our opinions on all of that. Yeah, that's what we're going to do, all right? Don't go away. This is the Two Live Stews on 640 WGST.
Let me tell you about Travel by Stats. Travel by Stats delivers premium travel packages and provide excellence by focusing on assuring that their tour itinerary is clear. For destinations they've never taken, they even take the trip in advance of the actual one you're about to take. This ensures everybody has a great experience. They've been around since 1988 and have been operating here in Atlanta since 2000, starting from the ground up, but they now boast of a team operating in 5 states. Travel by Stats not only specializes in Caribbean destinations, they also provide a variety of reasonable, cost-efficient events by land, air, or sea. One of their big things is sports travel for football fanatics who live in Metro Atlanta. That's the fun way to go anyway. Here's some of their upcoming list of events. Giants at Cowboys, Falcons at Giants, Falcons at Cowboys, Cowboys at Saints, Patriots at Cowboys, and many, many more. Contact them at 855-266-6675, extension 700, for the owner, Maritza Wilmer. Again, that's 855-266-6675, extension 700. If you mention my name, Doug Stewart, you'll receive an extra 10% off your package. Travel by Stats. Where they don't sell travel, they sell fun. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you.
We're back. Dogs and Poodles. It's Doug and Ryan Stewart of the Two Live Stews.
Tune in to Talk Radio 640 WGST every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. to get all your college and pro football talk.
Special thanks to our sponsor, Bruce Hagen, Hagen-Law.com. Thanks, Bruce.
Meet me at the club. It's going down. Meet me in the A. It's going down. Meet me in Atlanta. That's right. The weekend of September 26, 2015, we are celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the Doug Stewart Show, Stewies. And it's going to be crazy. We got a whole list of events scheduled for the entire weekend. That's going to be so fun. Come celebrate with your boy. Starting out Friday night, man, with a meet and greet party at the Artist Den downtown ATL. Late Friday night, it's the Fellas Soiree at T's Gentlemen's Club in Buckhead. Saturday morning, the TDSS Golf Shootout at North Fulton Golf Club downtown ATL. Saturday night, the main event, the all-black party at the Doubletree Hotel in Buckhead. And Sunday, the Falcons versus Cowboys viewing/day party on the rooftop lounge at Mardi Gras Cafe, downtown ATL. It's going to be fantastic, man. You've been looking for a reason to come to Atlanta. Here's your perfect reason. Get all the details at tdssweekend.eventbrite.com. Once again, it's tdssweekend.eventbrite.com. See you in Atlanta. The 1-year anniversary of the Doug Stewart Show. Yes! Yes, sir.
Why would Roger Goodell...
Wait a sec. Is that the same fact that Chris Mortensen put out that all the balls were underinflated by 2 pounds? That's all lies. It's all ESPN. It's all NFL propaganda. Don't you get it? After all this time, the only person... Wait a second. The only person that's testified under oath in this is Tom Brady. We know Goodell has lied. He lied in the Ray Rice case. He lied in this case. He has lied in the Peterson case. How many times do you need to know that this guy is a flaming liar?
Welcome back to the Two Live Stews. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, 640 WGST.
It's the first show, man, but right now I feel like a bunch of short bus people hanging out. You know?
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out.
We're going to figure it out, okay, definitely. Man. You heard just now, coming back from the break.
Shouts out to Bruce Hagen as well.
The city of New England reacts to Tom Brady beating the case. In effect, that's what he does, is he beats out the case and Deflategate and all of that stuff, and he is not going to miss 4 games. Roger Goodell and the NFL's fines and suspension against him has been nullified by an arbitrator, man. What are your thoughts about this? I know you're chomping at the bit to talk about Tom Brady, sir.
First and foremost, the clip that you heard coming back from the break was Brady's dad calling KGO
right.
To debate the host that were talking about the Brady situation.
Right.
He calls his dad, as you heard in the clip, called his dad a habitual liar.
Yeah.
And he's exactly right.
Yeah.
Goodell has been caught with his hand in the cookie jar numerous times. He is a liar.
Right.
Okay? Right. Now, that being said, what I've learned in my 42 years of life is that people of influence and with power, they tend to lie.
Yeah.
Owners, judges, policemen, coaches, teachers, principals. I can look at a coach that used to coach me, and I would say, hey, coach, That's not the truth. That's not what you told me yesterday. It is what I told you.
Right.
Because they speak in the moment because they're trying to get something done right now.
Yeah.
Goodell has been caught with his hand in the cookie jars several times. All that being said, man, Brady's dad can't be calling to jump to his defense. I'm sorry. He had no business calling KGO to defend his son, who's a grown man, dog.
Yeah.
Period, point blank.
Bottom line is, man, you're exactly right. Roger Goodell has looked like a fool over the last couple of years. He is 0 for his last 7 suspensions and fines, and they've either been appealed or overturned.
At this point, if you take him to court, you're going to win.
The last 7 times, and it's crazy because I was saying this stuff about Goodell. He was power hungry even before everybody else in America jumped on the bandwagon.
Yep.
I've been saying it for a very, very long time. Bottom line is this. He's been wrong. I think he overreacts. I think that he tries to have this role of disciplinarian over the players in the NFL. But don't forget, I mean, listen, this was all about the way and the order in which they tried to do things with this case. But Tom Brady, I believe, is lying.
Yeah.
I believe Tom Brady knows exactly what happened with the footballs. I believe he instructed the equipment managers to do that. And if you know anything about a locker room in football,
I concur.
You know the dichotomy in the relationship between the players and the trainers. Them trainers not going to do that without authorization from Tom Brady.
Nope.
All right, these quarterbacks are very particular about, the weight of the football and how they like it. So I think everybody's lying.
In an organization like that, here's how it runs, sir. The head coach is the face of the organization.
Right.
He calls all the shots.
By the way, let me stop right there. I think Bill Belichick knew about all of this as well.
The head coach calls all the shots. And right below the head coach, depending on the magnitude of said quarterback, the quarterback calls all the shots.
Yeah.
The owner has a parking space right in front of the building. The head coach has a parking space right beside the owner.
Right.
And the starting quarterback that has won 4 Super Bowls has a parking spot right beside the head coach.
Yeah.
That's how the organization is ran. Nothing happens in an organization like the Patriots without those 3 people being consulted.
Yeah, I think Tom Brady is a bold-faced liar, and you are listening to the Two Live Studios on 640 WGST.
He is right about one thing.
What?
That the statement he put out on Facebook last night,
what?
Which we need to talk about here in a second, everybody's lost to a large degree. I'm sorry the league had to endure this. He's right.
Yeah.
Because this is egg on the Patriots' face because here we are calling them cheaters again. They got caught with their hands in the cookie jar again. What is this, the 3rd or 4th time in the last decade?
Right,
that
exactly.
they've been caught cheating?
Right.
Well, they usually beat the rap like they did this time as well. So he's right. The NFL has smear all over their face. The organization has smear all over their face. And Brady comes out with a little bit of pride in this situation, but people know he's dirty to the bone.
Smear is nasty.
Smear is
all
nasty.
over your face, too?
You don't want that.
That's real nasty.
You do not want that.
Yeah, so I think Tom Brady is a bold-faced liar. I think Bill Belichick knew about all of this. But it's crazy because as much as I've railed against Roger Goodell, and now I feel like the Patriots organization are bona fide cheaters and proven to be cheaters, I'm kind of happy. I mean, I feel some type of way about it, as the young people say, because, one, I think Brady's legacy is forever damaged. So whether he's getting punished or has to serve these 4-game suspension or whatever, I think people like me, a lot of players, past and present, feel like that they have been cheating and probably have been cheating for a long time.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Man.
Roger Goodell also has egg on his face, as you mentioned as well. So I'm happy. Everybody looks bad in this situation.
I'm not going to be arguing with you and screaming with you like things have been done in the past. I just promised not to do that. I told the Lord I wouldn't. But I don't think that Brady's reputation has been altered at all.
Well, I mean, it has been. Maybe not to you, but to me. And you think I'm the only person that doesn't feel this way?
At all. They would have beat the Indianapolis Colts if he played with a tennis ball.
You don't know that.
I do.
You don't know that.
I do. They were. The score wasn't even indicative of a football game. It was bad.
But here's the thing about that.
There was one team that was going to win that ball game on that particular Sunday, and that was the Patriots, sir.
Yeah, that's one game, and nobody says the Patriots aren't a good football team. But here's the thing I think people keep missing about this, and you're listening to the Two Live Studios on 640 WGST, is the whole thing about the balls and the inflation.
Don't say balls like that. Call it something. Say footballs. You have to say foot in front of that word ball.
The inflation or the deflation of these footballs is key because it's simple. he's able to grip the football better.
I agree.
And if you were a little boy and you played with a Nerf football, you know that you can dig your fingers into it and you can throw the ball further. You can throw it more accurately. So at some point, that gives you a competitive advantage. That's what it comes down to.
So what happened in the second half when the balls were at regulation?
They were a better team at that point, but you don't know.
They were a better team from the start.
Hold on, but you don't know at what point.
And I like Andrew Luck.
Hold on. You don't know at what point, whether it had been that season, the season before, 5 years before, where the deflated footballs did give them a competitive advantage to possibly complete one pass more than they would have and win a game.
Well, let me say this. No matter what's in the ball and not, when it comes to coverage, the man on defense has to cover the guy that's catching the ball.
Yeah.
So whether the ball gets there or not, the ball should be defended, or the quarterback shouldn't be able to get light ball, heavy ball that's regulation, should not be able to get the ball in there if the coverage is right, sir.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to get at. That's all I want you to know.
Yeah. Bottom line is they some cheating Mickey Fickies.
No, I agree with
they
that.
are.
I agree
They
with
are.
that.
And it's bona fide.
Can I ask you a question, man?
I mean, past and present, Spygate, all of that crap formations that they ran in the playoffs last year with the numbers, you know what I'm saying, the substitution in the playoff game against the Baltimore Ravens. They got a culture of cheating in New England.
My people on Periscope are paying attention to me right now at One Live Stu. I appreciate you for watching on Periscope. There was a question that was brought up that makes a whole lot of sense.
Okay.
The one thing that the deflated ball can help is the running back or the receivers when it comes to holding the ball so they don't fumble.
Yes!
That's the one thing.
You do know that numbers show, stats show the Patriots protect the football better than just about any other team in the league for many, many years.
Okay.
And you're talking about New England. You're talking about harsh conditions, rain, sleet, snow. How are they holding on to the football so good?
They protected the ball well in the second half, too.
Yeah.
When they were at regulation.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but I don't think it was a big factor in the coach getting their butts whooped, which they would have done anyway.
Here's the thing. Whether it's a big factor or not, we can
Have
debate that.
you never cheated, ever?
We can debate that from but here's the thing that comes with it. When you cheat, that's fine. But if you get caught, it's a whole different story.
So you
and so they got caught. They got caught.
I don't like you yelling at me, first of all. And secondly, if you can't say with one breath when you cheat, it's fine, and then the next breath say they're cheaters and it's not cool.
No, what I'm saying...
It's one or the other with you.
What I'm saying to you is this. If you cheat, that's your own risk.
Okay.
When you get caught, you get caught. Okay? You're in a totally different category at that point. And the Patriots got caught many, many times over the last couple of years.
Okay. All right.
404-367-WGST. That's 9478. This is
that means you've
the
had
Two Live Stews.
That means you've had the last word when you end it
No,
like that,
go ahead,
and you go into the call letter, so I can't say anything. That means this argument is over now.
You can go ahead and keep arguing, man.
No, I'm not going to argue with you, man.
Go ahead. We about to go to a break.
It's dirty pool, man. I don't like dirty pool. I don't like nobody pushing the ball in the hole when my back is turned to the table. It's not cool. But again, in the NFL, teams try to find ways to win.
Right.
And sometimes if it's a little shady,
right,
it's a little shady.
It's just a constant theme with the New England Patriots, all right? When we get back from the break,
Do they get those picks back now that they had to give up?
Huh?
Do they get those picks back they had to give up?
No, they said they aren't going to argue that.
Okay.
All right, the Two Live Stews of 640 WGST, man. When we get back from the break, man, Ballers and Busters. Still trying to find something maybe we can cuten that up a little bit more.
But that was determined already, but it's okay. That's fine.
All right, so Ballers and Busters from this past week. We'll give you ours, a.k.a. Game Balls and Goats, Heroes and Zeros, whatever you want to call it. Coming up next on the Two Live Stews on 640 WGST.
Let me tell you about Travel by Stats. Travel by Stats delivers premium travel packages and provide excellence by focusing on assuring that their tour itinerary is clear. For destinations they've never taken, they even take the trip in advance of the actual one you're about to take. This ensures everybody has a great experience. They've been around since 1988 and have been operating here in Atlanta since 2000, starting from the ground up, but they now boast of a team operating in 5 states. Travel by Stats not only specializes in Caribbean destinations, they also provide a variety of reasonable, cost-efficient events by land, air, or sea. One of their big things is sports travel for football fanatics who live in Metro Atlanta. That's the fun way to go anyway. Here's some of their upcoming list of events. Giants at Cowboys, Falcons at Giants, Falcons at Cowboys, Cowboys at Saints, Patriots at Cowboys, and many, many more. Contact them at 855-266-6675, extension 700, for the owner, Maritza Wilmer. Again, that's 855-266-6675, extension 700. If you mention my name, Doug Stewart, you'll receive an extra 10% off your package. Travel by Stats. Where they don't sell travel, they sell fun. Meet me at the club. It's going down. Meet me in the A. It's going down. Meet me in Atlanta. That's right. The weekend of September 26, 2015, we are celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the Doug Stewart Show, Stewies. And it's going to be crazy. We got a whole list of events scheduled for the entire weekend. That's going to be so fun. Come celebrate with your boy. Starting out Friday night, man, with a meet and greet party at the Artist Den downtown ATL. Late Friday night, it's the Fella Soiree at T's Gentlemen's Club in Buckhead. Saturday morning, the TDSS Golf Shootout at North Fulton Golf Club downtown ATL. Saturday night, the main event, the all-black party at the Doubletree Hotel in Buckhead. And Sunday, the Falcons versus Cowboys viewing/day party on the rooftop lounge at Mardi Gras Cafe, downtown ATL. It's going to be fantastic, man. You've been looking for a reason to come to Atlanta. Here's your perfect reason. Get all the details at tdssweekend.eventbrite.com. Once again, it's tdssweekend.eventbrite.com. See you in Atlanta. The 1-year anniversary of the Doug Stewart Show. Yes! Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Two Live Stews, 640 WGST. Yeah! Shouts out to the Sully Show, man. His poll question this week, are smokers bad or good people?
I heard you and Sully, man. I missed out on it, but you guys sounded good, man.
Shouts out to Sully.
Hey, Sully, you're not a stew, Sully, so you can't take my brother away for yourself. It doesn't work that way. It sounded really good, man.
Shouts out to the Sully Show. Yeah, I said something about something.
You talked about a shoe show, to be honest.
Yeah, I talked about a shoe show, and Sully's like, hey, whoa, this is a family station. And so that's all I need to hear.
While he was telling you live on air it's a family station, he also whipped out his phone and said, it didn't take but 30 seconds for Doug Stewart to cross the line.
Right. So welcome back to the Two Live Stews, man. This is, we need to call it something, a Stupendous Saturday?
I like that.
Stupendous Saturday.
I like that.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you calling me, man, and twisting my arm to get me to come back on, man.
Yeah, I actually had to beg this man out of retirement.
Hey, man, retirement? I mean, I love being a dad, man. My kids mean everything to me.
Right, and he actually has been using the term retirement over the last year.
Yeah.
And I tell people that all the time, and they're like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, that man, he played in the NFL. He got a couple of dollars. He invested.
You called me one day and had a heart-to-heart with me, man, and I said, you know what? I'll come and help you out on a Saturday, man, or two.
Right.
I will, man.
Right.
And the excitement in my heart all night and all day, I can't even explain, man, so I appreciate it.
Hey, if you want to hear, the Doug Stewart Show, right, Doug Stewart Uncut, remember, Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern at thedougstewartshow.com. It's the stews, but I can get a little bit more loose, like Puffy, and we can get a little bit more loose around there during the week.
And the guy that really made it happen, our guy, the people's lawyer, Bruce Hagan. Appreciate you, Bruce. Hagan-law.com.
Yeah.
Without Bruce, man, we don't know if we would have been able to make this happen, so thank you, Bruce.
Hey, man, some people call them game balls and goats. Some people call them heroes and zeros. We used to call them ballers and busters. Let's talk about your baller for the week, sir, in sports or beyond.
College football literally really starts today. It's Saturday. The first Saturday of college football season is when college football starts.
Right.
But my first baller, sir, goes to my alma mater, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, and how they put it down on Alcorn State this past weekend.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this past Thursday night.
Right.
Right down the street on the flats, man.
Right, yeah.
69-6. If everybody that says, oh, it was just Alcorn, y'all supposed to do that, hold on. If you check the Georgia Tech history, that first game of the year when we play ECU, Furman, or the Little Sisters of the Poor,
right,
we typically have a hard time and don't win the game until the fourth quarter.
Right.
I remember your alma mater, South Carolina State, giving us a hard time for a half of football.
Yeah.
Those days are over on the flats, man. So shouts out to Georgia Tech for getting it done. And shouts out to freshman Marcus Marshall, who had damn near 200 yards on the ground.
Right, right.
A freshman.
Now, for people that don't know, you went to Georgia Tech. Tell people about that. We got to remember, we got a lot of the Stewies listening to the show, but at the same time, there's a lot of people that normally listen to WGST and never heard your boys.
I didn't just play football at the Georgia Tech for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. I'm a graduate. I'm an alum of the institution. And for those who don't know,
it's a miracle too.
The name, hey man, keep my personal business out your mouth, man, on the show.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Right?
Go ahead.
But I wore glasses, and I don't need bifocals. But anyway, for those who don't know, I'm a graduate, and the school is actually called the Georgia Institute of Technology.
Right.
We got it done, man, and I feel really, really good and encouraged about what's going on the Flats this year. We got Tulane coming up this week.
Right.
We're going to smack them around too, sir.
Right, but we know you graduated. Praise his holy name, you graduated.
I
but
did.
What about the football thing? That's what I was saying.
Oh, there goes the CTE.
You kind of played.
Yeah, there goes the head trauma.
You kind of played football for Georgia Tech for a minute.
I was a scholarship athlete.
Right.
That got a scholarship.
What years were you there?
I was there from 92, 91 to 95. Got drafted by the Detroit Lions in 1995. Went on to play 5 years in the National Football League. Really played 4, but got injured and that's another long story.
And you're listening to the 2 Eyes 2.
And we just don't have the time. So my baller goes to Tech, man, and what they did this past week.
My baller award goes to.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, I like that.
Thank you, sir.
A little sound effect,
Thank you, sir.
My baller award goes to Damari Smith, man, the head of the Players Union in the NFL. He is literally running circles around Roger Goodell over the last couple of years, man. He's kicking his bunkie.
He is.
And bunkie is a low country term for a behind, a backside.
Buttocks.
Yeah. But he is destroying Roger Goodell, man. And you hear this guy talk, man, and clearly he's very smart, an attorney. I don't know his political views, man, but I could see him doing much bigger things down the road, man, in our country.
It's not going to get much bigger for him than it is right now.
Damari Smith and the NFL's Players Union, once again, I think I mentioned it in the first segment or the second segment, have had suspensions or fines overturned or appealed or lessened the last 7 times in the NFL.
My goodness.
So my ball award goes to Damari Smith, man. He is killing Roger Goodell.
Outstanding job. Hit those applause again for me back there. My man Marvin.
We got to get more people in the studio audience, but I get it. That's good. That's a good start. What about your bust of the week, sir?
My buster goes to Roger Goodell, the commissioner for the NFL, sir. You just mentioned the 7 losses that he's had.
Yeah.
Tell me if this rings a bell. The Ray Rice case?
Yeah.
As
Appeal.
bad as it was?
Yeah.
Loss.
Right.
Adrian Peterson?
Yeah.
Loss.
Loss and appeal.
Tom Brady just happened this other day. Loss.
Yeah.
Greg Hardy?
Loss. Loss and appeal. Yeah.
Jonathan Vilma?
Yeah.
Loss.
Yeah.
All you got to do if you got a dispute with this guy, Roger Goodell, is take it to court.
Yeah.
Take it to court.
A tremendous grandstander, man. That's how I kind of picture Roger Goodell.
He's lied over and over and over, and I really believe that the owners are about to not just take his power when it comes to being the judge and the jury.
Right.
I think they're about to find a way to get his behind out of there. I just think they cannot continue to take this mud in their face.
But you know what, man? He kind of takes the punch for those guys.
I agree.
You know, he looks bad. They don't look bad.
Right.
They pay him a ton of money. You know, he got paid a couple of years ago $47 million.
I believe last year with bonuses, he made about $40 million.
Right, so he's their fall guy.
Right.
If Chris Carter were in here, he'd say that he's their fall guy.
But Doug, that's really good.
Yeah.
Chris Carter. Who wants to continue to watch people take the fall that they've hired?
And you continue to look bad.
Because it doesn't have to go this far.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
I heard DeMarie Smith say on a show yesterday that we tried to talk to them about meeting us halfway.
Right. Yeah.
We tried, but they just refused. So now you got more egg on your face.
He's smooth, too. I mean, Damari Smith is real smooth. All right, so my bust of the week, man, goes to none other than Atlanta's own, and I actually hate to do this to a degree.
Well, then don't do it.
It's Dwight Howard, man.
You did it anyway.
Yeah.
Look at that. You did it anyway.
I'm going to do it, man. Have you heard about this?
The man is probably right down the street.
I don't care. Whatever. I got to keep it real.
You never got over that airplane incident we had with him a few years back.
Well, I'm going to give a little background on that in a second. But if you haven't heard, Houston Rockets center Dwight Howard was detained at George Bush Intercontinental Airport on Friday for having a handgun in his carry-on bag. What? Now, 2 things. First of all, I never understood how these celebrities get caught with guns in their bags, because if somebody were to run up on you with ill intent, you're not going to have time to say, hold on a second.
Let me get my bag.
Let me unzip this bag. Let me reach my hand in here. Let me take it off safety. Let me put a couple of bullets in it, and then let me defend myself.
Your head is bad, so remember that point. Remember the second point.
And
but to your first point, remember the second point.
Go ahead.
Typically, people that carry a weapon, they keep it on their person.
Right.
But then when they're about to do something else, they put it in their bag.
Yeah.
I am willing to think, I'm not bumping with Dwight Howard. I'm willing to think that he's so used to having his strap with him that when it was time to go into the airport, he just did what he always does, took his strap off of his person and put it in his bag.
And you just kind of led me into my second point.
Okay.
This ain't no wire. I mean, this ain't Stringer Bell. You Dwight Howard. You like 7 foot tall. You stand out in a crowd. Right. I think that in your lifetime, you probably made $100 million.
Yeah, easy.
You probably got $60 million cash liquid in the bank. And who are you going to pull out a gun on?
Right.
What kind of cowboy are you?
And
that's unbelievable when you think about it. You are a millionaire beyond belief.
When's the last time you seen Plaxico Burress?
I don't know, man.
Because he killed himself, sir. He took himself out with that situation in New York. Here's my point. When you've got that kind of money, you should have 24-hour security around yourself and everybody in your family easily.
Right.
I mean, if you give me right now, I don't have anywhere near the type of money that he has.
Right.
If you give me an extra $30,000 a year,
right,
I would have around-the-clock security if I'm going to be in the public's eye.
Yeah. Around-the-clock security. You should have chauffeurs.
Hey, man.
The man's got $1 gazillion. You going to shoot somebody?
I know a lot of policemen in the ATL. Shout out to the ATL police. And from time to time, I will hire them for their services to help me with something. You're talking $35 to $60 an hour. Come on, Dwight Howard.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, I like that. And
Dwight, if you want to see us in these streets, come on, play. Let's do it.
Yeah. I have to tell that story later about when Dwight stepped to me on a flight coming from ESPN.
Clearly, he didn't know I was right behind him, and I was going to snuff him if he tried anything.
I'll tell that story later. All right, when we get back from the break, man, we will talk about this weekend's game we are looking most forward to. So don't go away, man. This is the Two Live Stews on 640 WGST.
Yeah!
We're back. The Two Live Stews are back on air every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on WGST. It's sports talk with hot sauce. Special thanks to our sponsor, Bruce Hagen, at Hagen-Law.com for making it happen.
640 WGST in Atlanta. Search 640 WGST on iHeartRadio worldwide.
Yes! In life, things happen, good and bad. And being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, what I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and #1 independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes! Meet me at the club. It's going down. Meet me in the A. It's going down. Meet me in Atlanta. That's right. The weekend of September 26, 2015, we are celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the Doug Stewart Show, Stewies. And it's going to be crazy. We got a whole list of events scheduled for the entire weekend. That's going to be so fun. Come celebrate with your boy. Starting out Friday night, man, with a meet and greet party at the Artist Den downtown ATL. Late Friday night, it's the Fella Soiree at T's Gentlemen's Club in Buckhead. Saturday morning, the TDSS Golf Shootout at North Fulton Golf Club downtown ATL. Saturday night, the main event, the all-black party at the Doubletree Hotel in Buckhead. And Sunday, the Falcons versus Cowboys viewing/day party on the rooftop lounge at Mardi Gras Cafe, downtown ATL. It's going to be fantastic, man. You've been looking for a reason to come to Atlanta. Here's your perfect reason. Get all the details at tdssweekend.eventbrite.com. Once again, it's tdssweekend.eventbrite.com. See you in Atlanta. The 1-year anniversary of the Doug Stewart Show. Yes! Yes, sir.
Chest talk. My mic.
It's been a long time.
Welcome back to the Two Live Stews. Yeah. This is perfect. I mean, this is actually perfect. It's been a long time. And we are back. Welcome back to the Two Live Studios on 640 WGST.
Brought to
and
you
just
by
like
Hagen, Hagen-Law.com.
And just like that, man, just like that, the show is over.
It's going to be quick, sir.
Hey, man, thank you so much for joining us on the Two Live Studios on 640 WGST, as well as iHeartRadio. Your boys are back. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews.
And we're going to figure out a time and place to get in phone calls within this hour, we promise.
Yeah.
But today we're trying to figure a whole lot out on the scene and behind the scenes, so we'll take care of that real soon.
Yeah, once again, shouts out to Bruce Hagen, Bruce-Hagen.com is where you can check him out, man. So we wanted to talk a little bit of sports today on the Two Live Stews.
We talked Tom Brady, didn't we? That's sports.
We talked Tom Brady. I mean, it's not always about sports. When we used to do the Two Live Stews back in the day, we always used to say it's kind of like 60-40 sports. It's more guy talk, entertainment talk. The conversation you'd have with your boys in the shade tree, under a shade tree, like they say in the country.
In the barbershop.
In the barbershop or in the basement. So let's talk a little bit about these games this weekend, man. The first weekend of college football is here. It actually started on Thursday night.
When Georgia Tech put that thing on Alcorn.
By the way, man, I got a real issue with that.
Why?
I mean, they put up like 60 points in a little school from the SWAC conference, man. I've been in that position before.
Well, hold on.
My school, South Carolina State, took on Texas A&M a couple of years ago, man. And it was like a mass unit. We lost by like 70 points. We got like 12 cats hurt, man. I don't know if it's even worth it to get that little payday.
Well, we put in the third string like in the second half, B. What do you expect? Everybody got some work. Yeah, and Alcorn State probably made a check so they can cut the grass on campus.
Oh, yeah. They made a big check. They made a huge check.
And that's beautiful. It's a capitalistic society, sir.
So what game are you looking most forward to tonight, man, the first weekend of college football?
I'm looking forward to seeing Gus Malzahn and Bobby Petrino go at it at 3:30 p.m. right here at the Georgia Dome. The number 6 Auburn Tigers and Louisville will go at it, and I'm looking forward to it. Real quick, Jeremy Johnson is the new quarterback in Auburn. He's 6'5", 240 yards.
Right.
He's replacing Nick Marshall, who I think is still on the Jacksonville Jaguars roster, if I'm not mistaken. Will Muschamp is there now, and Carl Lawson is back healthy. I think that Auburn is a team that can represent the SEC in the Final Four this year in the college football postseason. However, even though Louisville is not ranked, I believe in Bobby Petrino and what he does on the field, not on the motorcycle with his side pieces.
But
on the field, I believe in what he can do, and he had a year to focus on Auburn, and I think that this game is one of those trap games for the Auburn Tigers.
Yeah, he's a mastermind, but you remember that whole Pig Suey stuff when he left the Falcons high and dry?
Hey, man, get over that.
I haven't gotten over it, man.
That's the past, man. Get over that.
He is a bum. I am not a fan of Bobby Petrino, but you're right. He can coach.
When it comes to winning percentage as a college coach, he may have the best winning percentage in college football history, sir.
Yeah.
He's winning around a 75-76% clip.
Yeah.
I mean, you win 3/4 of your games every year.
He's a good coach. He's a great college coach. Doesn't know how to coach men in the NFL, clearly. Left those boys high and dry that year for the Falcons, so I still haven't forgiven him for that.
He left because his signal caller got caught up in a situation, man.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Yep. I wouldn't stay with that team either.
The game I'm looking forward to tonight, man, obviously Alabama taking on Wisconsin. You're talking about the big team, one of the biggest teams in college football history, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Nick Saban trying to win another national championship. If he does, it'll be his 5th, I believe. Taking on the Wisconsin Badgers, man. Your boy Lucky, Lamar Campbell, one of your teammates at Georgia Tech, your good friend that lives here in Atlanta, played for Wisconsin. They're one of the top teams, or have been one of the top teams in the Big Ten over the last couple of years. So it's 8 p.m. tonight, prime time. A couple of things I'm looking forward to in this game is we're looking forward to seeing this guy, Corey Clement. You know who he is? He's the backup, or has been the backup to Melvin Gordon over the last couple of years at that running back position. You know, Wisconsin always has a good running back because they always got a huge offensive line. They've got some guys that just push dudes around, so I'm looking forward to seeing him. And obviously with Alabama, Derrick Henry is a guy that's going to make a ton of money this year when he gets drafted, probably in the first round of the NFL. Big, solid back like Nick Saban loves. So the trek starts this year for Alabama and trying to win another national championship.
That's the number 18 Wisconsin Badgers per the coaches poll, and the number 3 Alabama Crimson Tide per the coaches poll.
Praise his holy name. We got college football back, man. I am so excited when college football, and if you've never heard the Two Live Stews before, I talk about this all the time. I actually like college football more than I like the NFL. I like both of them.
I think there's more loyalty in college.
Exactly. Yep. I like both of them. I mean, we're diehard football fans. We both played the sport from the age of 7 all the way through college, you in the NFL. But if I had to make a choice, whether I'm going to see Alabama taking on Auburn in the Iron Bowl or watching, the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers or Dallas taking on the Redskins, man, give me college football, man. Yeah. More passion, more pageantry. Well, I just love college football.
Something will stay consistent with college football that doesn't stay consistent with the NFL.
The players.
And the love of the game. Your players are going to be there from anywhere between 3 to 4 years in college. In the NFL, any given day, they could be gone.
It's a lot more loyalty by osmosis because most of the time, most college programs have players from that state.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And usually it's a generational type thing where their parents were fans of that team and their grandparents were fans of that team. In the NFL, there's no loyalty. It's all about money.
All around the world, every school like Georgia Tech and Georgia do the bulk of their recruiting in their state.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so you get a few stragglers to leave, like I left South Carolina to come to Georgia.
Right.
But typically the bulk of the recruiting is done in the home state of the school.
Yeah, just look at the depth chart, look at the roster. You see most players come from that state. So there's a lot more loyalty and passion when you talk about college football, man.
The Auburn defensive line and the Louisville offensive line will be a good watch tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Carl Lawson's back. He's healthy. Montravius Adams is back. They got a freshman in Byron Cowherd that's going to be a beast for the Auburn Tigers as well on that D-line. And everybody on that line is going to get after the quarterback. Trust me.
Yeah. Another game I'm kind of looking forward to, I just throw this in there real quick as well, is Notre Dame taking on Texas tonight. I want to see if Charlie Strong can take this team, this Texas Longhorns team, to the next level. Struggle, obviously, in his first year there. And Notre Dame is Notre Dame. Bottom line, they're a big thing no matter what it is. And this year is kind of interesting because Everett Golson is gone. He's now at Florida State.
To say, keep your eyes on that kid because he's going to do a good job down there in Florida State.
Yeah, so he's gone and graduated, and now he's at Florida State as their starting quarterback. Malik Zaire is the guy that everybody's talking about, highly touted coming out of high school, and he is going to be the man for Notre Dame for the next couple of years, so interested in that game as well.
Would you want to talk any high school sports on the show, man?
Of course. I mean, whatever the people want to talk about, that's something you got to know about the Two Live Stews on 640 WGST. Whatever you want to talk about, you can talk about it, and we'll give you our opinions, and we'll chime in. It's as simple as that.
And again, we'll get more calls in the upcoming weeks. We got to figure a few gremlins out around here before we get to
I mean, come on, man. I mean, we at one point did a 4-hour show for a couple of years.
Right.
You remember that?
I do.
We were syndicated nationally for many, many years. And so, I mean, an hour is just going to fly by, man. But this is good. This is better than nothing.
You know what I remember most about those syndication days?
What?
The paycheck, baby!
Yes, sir.
I was like, y'all giving me this much to do.
What? Yes, sir.
But anyway, I appreciate that.
Yeah. So definitely, we are so happy to be back once again. Thank you to 640 WGST for all of the love. Shouts out to Bruce Hagan, man. It's on. It is on and popping.
What you doing this weekend, player?
Nothing, man. I'm going to sit on my little lazy boy and pop some popcorn and watch college football all day and all night.
I'm going to take the family out to the lake, man.
Okay. Good for you.
I need to relax.
Okay.
Just enjoy myself.
Hey, check out the Doug Stewart Show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at thedugstewartshow.com. It's Two Live Stews Uncut. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so that's our music, man.
Well, can I say this before we go?
Uh-huh.
Love God, love each other.
Oh, man, that's beautiful. Yeah. So you're going to say that every week?
Just that simple, man.
Hey, appreciate the love. Check us out next week, Saturday, a stupendous Saturday. The Two Live Stews.
BruceHagan-Law.com.
Peace.
Hear my favoritism, Rolo. Never be a brother like me, go solo. Laser, Anastasia, Major.
You're listening to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the #1 sports talk show on the planet, The Doug Stewart Show.
This is a revolution in radio, the realest, trillest sports talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show. This is sports talk for the people.
The Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Real talk, real radio, real people, just like you.
Yeah!